All right, so we are going to talk about Lemongrass Spa hair care. So I've used their hair care for a couple of years now. I would say probably 4 years. And before that, my hair was just terribly tangly. I had a lot of split ends and it was not in good shape. Like, it was very damaged and frizzy. So I'm thankful for Lemongrass Spa hair care, and they have expanded their hair care line quite a bit, and there's a lot to talk about, so I'm going to keep it simple and just go through all the different options that they have. And then I want to tell you about some of the ingredients that Lemongrass Spa does not use in their products, which a lot of other companies use in their products, and kind of why those ingredients are best if you avoid them. So let's get started. The first ingredient that I want to talk to you about is sulfates. So sulfates are used in a lot of shampoos nowadays, facial cleansers and soaps, different things like that. Sulfates is a chemical that is used for degreasing, and it is that ingredient that causes us to have a lot of lather whenever we're washing our hands or shampooing. It's that ingredient that causes like a bunch of lather. So we often think, yeah, things are getting clean when there's lots of lather, and sulfates do a really good job of degreasing, but they are quite harsh. They tend to strip our hair and scalp and just our skin wherever it's being used. They strip it of natural oils, and this can cause scalp problems, and it can cause the hair to be more brittle and dull, and from there on it can cause damage, and your hair just won't be as healthy, and you could have split ends and whatnot because your hair needs some of that natural moisture, even though it does also need to be cleaned. So sulfates is something that Lemongrass Spa says no to. They use palm oil instead, sustainable palm oil, and yeah, without sulfates you can still get a good clean. Alright, so now that we know what sulfates are, let's talk about parabens a little bit. Parabens are preservatives that a lot of companies put in their products. Often they mix it up in their factory, and then it sits in a warehouse for a while, and then it goes to the store, and by the time it finally gets out of the boxes and onto the store shelves, it can sometimes be a few years. So they often put parabens in there to make sure that it doesn't grow mold or bacteria or anything like that. Lemongrass Spa does not use parabens because they hand make their products in small batches, and they often have a date stamped on the bottom, so when you get the product, you know that it's made fresh. And for best results, you got to use them up within a year, which is plenty of time. Silicones are another thing that Lemongrass Spa says no to. Often we hear, like we see on shampoos, that the benefits of that particular product are smoothness, shine, frizz fighting, things like that, and detangling even. And they often use silicones to accomplish that. Silicones can cause extra buildup because they're not natural. They kind of just coat the strand of hair, and it is much better to use stuff that actually soaks into the hair, like argan oil, shea butter, and so on. Something that I really like about Lemongrass Spa's hair care, and especially the shampoo and conditioner bundle, is how long they last. So it used to last me like a year, and I would wash my hair once or twice a week, and now Randy and Major often take from my shampoo. I don't think they use the conditioner, so they take from the shampoo, and it lasts me, I don't know, 6 to 9 months or so. But my hair is also not the thickest. It's gotten thicker, but I would say expect about 6 months probably from that if you wash your hair twice a week. So I have a hair wish list that I can send you if you want me to help you pick stuff out and you don't really want to mess with trying to figure it out for yourself. I'm glad to do that. But if you want to figure out what would be best for your hair and more about Lemongrass Spa's wonderful ingredients, then keep listening. We are going to get into all the different shampoo, conditioner, and hair treatment options, and then some of the styling products. So yes, I am using the Sun-Kissed Coconut set right now, and they have the same formula but a different scent, the Apple Argan. So you can see on this page there's both of them, and there is a matching hair mask for each of them. So that is the one that I'm using right now, and it is hydrating. I have had very damaged hair, and if you have trouble with split ends, dullness, damage, and frizz, and maybe you're looking to just strengthen your hair overall, then I would suggest either the Apple Argan or the Sun-Kissed Coconut for shampoo and conditioner. We'll get into the hair treatments a little bit later. So the sun-kissed coconut smells like a beach blend of vanilla and tropical coconut, and the apple argan smells like pear, apple, and honey. So both of them are lovely. Both of them work really well. And from personal experience, if you like suds, like I said, you don't have to have suds to get clean, especially if you shampoo twice, which we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But if you are wanting suds, the sun-kissed coconut and apple argan, they seem to be the sudsiest. So next we have the rosemary shampoo and conditioner, and I have tried these as well. I just don't have them, you know, in the big bottles right now. I've tried them, and so I know that they're awesome. They smell really fresh. The rosemary mint is just a lovely combo. This is great for anyone who's concerned about thinning hair, who just wants thicker, stronger hair, or if you have a super oily scalp. You might be concerned about buildup, or you might be new to natural hair care. This would be great for that, because sometimes when we switch over to something natural, our body, it takes a bit to get used to it. And so if you use something that's clarifying and fights oil, that can be very helpful. So the rosemary mint has rosemary and mint, of course, and it has nettle extract as well as biotin. All of these ingredients are amazing for helping with hair growth, and they stimulate blood flow to the scalp, so that just helps to just make it all healthy and then help you to grow, like encourage your scalp to grow new hair. And then we have one more, the prebiotic shampoo and conditioner. This is our newest addition to the catalog, and I'm going to show it to you right here. I've tried this one as well. It works really good. It is definitely more of a gentle cleanse, so it doesn't lather as much, and it's really good for anyone who has sensitivity to scents. It's unscented. Anyone who has trouble with their scalp, if you are looking to like just balance it out, maybe your hair is super dry or maybe it's super oily, balancing the pH with probiotics can be a helpful thing. If you're worried about dullness or the texture of your hair, the prebiotic shampoo and conditioner could be a good fit. It has prickly pear and carrot seed oil in it, as well as the prebiotics. So overall, it's a really good formula. It's unscented. I smelled like a very faint, just fresh smell, but it wasn't really anything. Like afterwards, you for sure don't smell anything. So it adds shine, it gives you a healthier scalp, and it helps the texture of your hair to be smoother. So now that we've talked about all the Lemongrass Spa shampoos and conditioners, I want to tell you a tip about shampooing and conditioning. So double cleanse is very helpful, especially if you're still used to, you know, sulfates and such. Double cleanse can be very helpful. So the first time around, you're loosening up all the dirt and grime and oil buildup. You're kind of loosening that all up and rinsing it out. And then the second time around, you're getting all the leftover, you know, buildup that might still be there, and then that's when all the good ingredients from the shampoo can really get in there. I would suggest double cleansing only if you're washing every day. I don't suggest double cleansing. That's probably not necessary. But if you're washing like 1 to 2 times a week, you definitely could benefit from double cleansing. And I just started doing this, and I noticed my hair stays cleaner for so much longer, and it's really nice. And then when you go to do conditioner, this is helpful to reduce wasting product. You only need to apply it like from your ears down, because generally the hair up here is getting a lot of natural oils, like at least if you're using a healthy shampoo and not shampooing excessively like every day with something really harsh. So generally the hair up there is healthier, and like from here down is where it would need conditioner. So I would just suggest putting it in there like that, and then squeeze the water out first and then put the conditioner in, and then that will help that you don't have to use excessive amounts of that. All right, so now that we've got the basics covered, that is the first 2 choices of either the 3-piece or the 5-piece bundle, the shampoo and conditioner. So now that we've got that covered, let's move on to hair treatments. So the choices for that are the scalp scrub or the hair mask. So you can get either the apple or the sun-kissed coconut. I have the apple. The hair mask has been one of my favorite products, and I love it because it helps with dullness, breakage, frizz, damage, and split ends. And those are all things that I have struggled a lot with. So this is good for all hair types. Any hair type can use it, and I suggest using it once a week or so. You can do it more often if you'd like, but it's basically like a deep conditioning treatment. It has provitamin B5 to moisturize, soften, and make your hair more manageable and less tangly. It has silk amino acids to strengthen your hair so that you get less breakage and split ends and all that stuff. And it has jojoba and coconut oils to give your hair a deep hydration and shine. So instead of silicones, it has those ingredients that really soak in, and then when you rinse it out, your hair still has that good stuff that's like been soaking in for 15 to 20 minutes. You leave it on for about that long before you rinse it off. All right, and then next we have this scalp scrub. So this is good for anyone who has concerns about their scalp health. If you feel like you have flakiness and you're just not sure if you need an extra something to help with buildup, if you feel like you have excess oil, then this would be good. There is sea salt and jojoba beads that help to remove dry skin and kind of break down buildup. Kind of when you scrub it around and massage it, you can just use your fingers, or you can buy like a little scalp scrubber. I just use my fingers, so it works well either way. It smells so fresh whenever I use it. It smells like mint. There is peppermint and tea tree to stimulate hair growth, so that's another bonus. And it improves circulation with bamboo and matcha leaf extract. So interesting ingredients, right? But I really have enjoyed using this. It is how you use it right before shampoo. You get your hair wet and then you massage that all over. It spreads real easy because it's sort of like a gel. And then you rinse that out and then continue with your shampoo and conditioner. You don't need to double shampoo when you use that, I would say, unless if you really want to. You can try it, but you don't necessarily need to. All right, before we move on to styling treatments, I want to give you your bonus word. So your bonus word is going to be lather. Text that back to me in a text message all by itself, and then you will be entered for this giveaway. You can also send me a text if you would like me to help you pick out hair care for your hair. I'm happy to help with that as well. So if you are someone that's trying to not wash your hair every day, I used to wash my hair every day, and then I decided to quit that, and then I got dry shampoo from Lemongrass Spa. This stuff actually helps to add volume, and it helps your hair to grow because it has biotin as well. So it encourages healthy hair and healthy scalp. The hair serum, this is a good heat protectant. If you use heat tools on your hair, or if you use a blow dryer, make sure you put some of this in there. It's argan oil mixed with carrot seed and broccoli. If you want heat protection, I suggest using the hair serum, because those carrot seed oils and broccoli seed oils is what does the protecting. It's kind of funny. It doesn't smell like a salad or like broccoli or anything like that, but those, yeah, it does amazing stuff for your hair. We have the sea salt spray. This stuff, I use it on Major to help define his curls and help them stay smooth. It actually has aloe vera in it. It adds texture, and it can be used for all hair types as well. Next we have the hairspray. I should probably wear hairspray more often, but I don't, so I just have the small bottle. It comes in a large bottle the same size as the sea salt spray. What I like about this is, well, I do need to have it on hand for certain special occasions and this and that, but normally I just let my hair be. I guess I'm just wild like that. But what I like about this is that it doesn't have alcohol in it. Alcohol is found in a lot of hairsprays, and it can be very drying to the hair as well. So this has, instead of alcohol and stuff that steals the natural good stuff from your hair, it has rosemary oil, lavender oil, and geranium oil, like a bunch of good stuff for your hair as well. It doesn't cause like extra buildup and stuff. So I really like that for when I do use hairspray. And one last product that I don't have with me is a leave-in conditioner. It comes in a bottle like this as well, or I think you can get a small one like this too. I will show you that one in the catalog because I don't have mine with me. I guess I ran out. But I will need it for summer because you can spray it in your hair to, like before you go swimming, if there's a pool with like chlorine in it, that can often be very drying to your hair. And even just otherwise if it's windy or whatever, this leave-in conditioner right here, sorry, it's backwards, but that leave-in conditioner can help protect from the drying effects. And then it's very good at detangling the hair and just giving you a little bit of shine, and it has like really good vitamins for your hair as well. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to leave the link here in the description for you to check out.